Welcome back to Cantina Talk. I am here with Eric Bantha Fodder Shaw.
And I'm here with Ryan Razorcrest Shaw.
Ooh, I like that. So today we are going to be covering Mandalorian Season 2 predictions. Of course, the release date just got announced for Season 2. It's going to be October 30th, the day after my birthday.
Yes.
Nice little birthday treat for me. And obviously we're all excited. We don't have a trailer yet, which may be coming very soon, but we know very little about this so far. I mean, we've heard some casting news, and we'll cover that right off the bat of what we've heard casting. We know that Rosario Dawson is going to play Ahsoka, and at the same time, we also know that Tamora Morrison is going to come back in some sort of role. Although that's not confirmed yet.
So we don't know if he's going to play Boba Fett or, possibly a clone trooper.
Yeah, I mean, same face, right?
We're not too sure about that yet, but
yeah,
I'm excited to see what they do with that.
Exactly, and that's kind of what this video is about. Just we both wrote 5 small things of little predictions that we have going into this second season, and just so that later on we can claim that we were right. Do you want to kick it off with number 1? And I'm gonna, on my list here, I'm gonna kind of go most tame to most extreme. Yeah. So the beginning here is going to be kind of maybe not as much expected, but more tame predictions.
Yeah. So mine isn't necessarily predictions, just kind of things that details and storylines I think they're going to touch on.
Yeah.
So obviously, the child, Baby Yoda.
Yes.
I think they're going to go pretty deep into his species and where he came from, why the 3 of his species all have had the Force.
Right.
Something we haven't really seen before.
Yeah, Yoda, Yaddle, Baby Yoda, which I don't like calling him Baby Yoda. We're going to call him the kid here.
The child,
yes. Yeah. Either one of those works. He is not Yoda.
Nope.
Well, I mean, could be. Guess that's a prediction.
Possibly, yeah.
Going back to that first season, the kind of the evil character that was the one commissioning the job to get Baby Yoda, he was wearing a Camino patch on his shoulder. And I remember that was a big kind of moment because Camino is the cloning facility from episode 2. So, there very well might be some of that stuff there. So, yeah, so your first prediction is basically just a lot more on species?
Yeah. Yes.
Is there anything more to your first prediction?
Nope.
Okay, I'll jump into my first one, which is that I think IG-11 is going to be brought back.
Okay.
However, my little twist prediction is I think that Moff Gideon's going to bring him back, and he's going to be evil. I think that would be pretty fun. I think that would give a moral dilemma to the Mando, who doesn't really seem to have a problem with killing people that are in his way, but he might have a problem if he comes face to face with the droid that saved him. Right, he saved him there at the end of season 1, and so I think that would be really interesting and a baller move by Moff Gideon, because I like the idea that Moff Gideon is not just your basic average Imperial officer or your Imperial Moff or Grand Moff that's just kind of I'm just gonna oppress people below me. I like the idea that he can go no I'm gonna play with your mind and I'm gonna make you make tough decisions, Mando.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would be my first, and also I just think it would be awesome to hear Taika Waititi play a villain robot. It'd be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, my second one, we'll say is end of episode 5.
Okay.
Episode 5 was the gunslinger.
Correct. Season 1.
And he was contracted to help this guy. I believe his name is Toro.
Okay.
Find this.
Yeah, that was like the new Han.
The new Han Solo type. And they were contracted to find this female bounty hunter called Fennec. Through the main thing to the story was she was up on the hill sniping at him, and they had to kind of make their way up to it without getting hit. And they finally did, and they killed her. And at the very last episode, she's laying there dead. Unless you think she's dead. And then someone walks up, right up close to him, and
you hear the spurs.
And you see the boots. I don't remember.
I think I don't remember either.
I
Yeah, keep talking. I'll
Yeah.
look it up.
So I think that could either be some possibly Cad Bane from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, definitely. He's got
I think.
that vibe.
Could be Boba Fett. I know we saw him get eaten, but I think, knowing Star Wars, they could possibly bring him back somehow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or it could just be another bounty hunter that from Mando's past.
Yeah. So it does look like you do see the boots, and maybe a blaster and a little bit of a cape there.
Yes.
So yeah, do you have a prediction on who that is?
If I had to pick one person, I would say Cad Bane.
Okay, so
I really hope it's Cad Bane.
Okay, so your number 2 prediction is that is Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I really hope it's Cad Bane too. We're gonna touch on kind of the same beats here. I think we have a different takes, which is nice though. My second one is going to now touch on the casting of Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I don't think she's going to play a very big part in this show. I think she's going to have maybe 5-10 minutes of screen time, maybe one episode dedicated to her and Mando crossing paths. I really think that this is going to set up her own TV show that is going to be announced, let's say after the season or after the episode actually airs. I hope that she's awesome. I hope she wields lightsabers. I hope I hope it alludes to some things that could go on in her show. But that's what I would say. That's going to be my second prediction here is now Ahsoka.
So, spoilers for Clone Wars episode or TV show. She played a big part in the Siege of Mandalore.
Correct.
Do you think there's going to be some high tensions there? I think they might fight or...
Yeah, that's really interesting, especially seeing that Death Watch saved him.
Yeah.
And she is very against Death Watch. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I never even thought of that. I always thought since he was kind of he has a good heart, Mando. Yes, I guess you have to get in to know that. But I could see initially them fighting, right? Awesome fight scene between the two. Let's say she's about to kill him and she sees Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
And she sees Baby Yoda stops her or something along those lines where she goes, "Oh, you aren't bad because you were in Death Watch. You're a good person that's taking care of this thing." That would be kind of cool. And then I think that maybe the whole episode is just them going, fighting back and forth. What's your number 3?
Number 3, this is more of just like a TV show, kind of the flow of it.
Yeah.
I want more story. More character progression, stuff like this, more just story. It flows better. I feel like this season, or season 1, was more, he went on a lot of side quests.
I totally agree.
And if you're showing, 8 episodes of The Mandalorian, I want to see 8 episodes of him doing Mandalorian stuff.
Yeah, not a continuous story.
A continuous story, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like there were 3 crucial episodes to season 1, and then there were another, couple of episodes or maybe 4 or 5 crucial episodes, and then the other half was just, here's Mando doing something kind of fun that could have taken place at any point. Yeah, I completely agree. And I didn't put that on my list, but that's a hope of mine as well. My number 3 is I think that a main chunk of this season will be related to Moff Gideon and the Darksaber. So I think that Gideon, obviously this isn't that bold of a prediction, is going to be the villain of this season. And then here's where I am going to make my first really bold prediction here. I think the last or the second last episode is going to be Mando versus Moff Gideon. I think Mando will kill Moff Gideon, and I think he will wield the Darksaber. Mando. I think he'll kill him with the Darksaber, and then I think he will have the Darksaber in his possession.
Do you think Mando will know of the Darksaber? Because, was it Pre-Vizsla wielded it?
Yes.
Before Maul?
Yeah, I think that by the time he was saved in the Clone Wars as a kid, I'm sure he would have ran into him at some point. Maybe we get some more flashbacks about that. I'd love to see Pre-Vizsla cast. That would be really cool. But, having young Mando and then having older Pre-Vizsla. But yeah, I think that's something that's really that I think is going to happen is, you're going to have that. Even though I feel like Moff Gideon is awesome, I think the actor is pretty busy, and I think that maybe it'll be kind of like a come in for a full season, get a good season of Moff as the villain, and then kill him off, in the finale. What's your number? What are we at now? Number 4.
My number 4, was kind of what you said. More, on the dark saber and that kind of history of that. But I would just I'm going to change that real quick and just say I want to see more of Mando's face. I think in combat scenarios, other things, stuff like that, it's fine with the helmet. But when he's talking and we want to get a better sense of his emotions, I think without his helmet it would be a lot easier. We have seen him with his helmet off already.
Barely, yeah. I think you haven't seen the Mandalorian documentary on Disney Plus, have you? There's a really good segment in there about how they tried to portray emotion in his face. So they were talking about how the camera's going to be the camera in season 1 was very like shaky, and then on moments where they were trying to reflect emotion in him, the camera will steady. And I think that those are things that maybe hopefully now that I've seen that, I will have a better understanding to kind of subconsciously pick up on as season 2 is going along. But I agree with you. I mean, you're going to have, a very, very good actor hidden behind a mask. And that's kind of upsetting for me. All right. I like that one. I hope so too. I hope that he realizes that that's not really the way of the Mandalorians is to live without their mask, because that is not what we've seen so far in the history of the Mandalorians. So I hope that he goes, oh, I don't need that, and then just kind of, takes it off for the whole season, maybe season 3. Also, that was a criticism among Star Wars fandom, is like, we're not really getting much of this actor, but, we'd like to.
Yeah. All
right, I'm going to hit my number 4. Again, I'm starting to get some big predictions. I know you said that you think we're going to get a lot of Baby Yoda's homeworld. I think we're going to get very little. I think we'll get like a small thing. He'll hear something, go somewhere else, look into it, and then find out he's got to go somewhere else. And we'll get that for 8 episodes until the final episode. And I think that the last shot of season 2 will be him, looking over a mountain and seeing some sort of village or civilization of the Yoda species. That's what I think the ending shot is going to be.
I see.
And then my number 5, which I won't say now, is a little bit of a twist on that ending. And then I think that's going to be season 3 is going to be, okay, what are these? How do we interact with them? How do we keep them safe? Or how do we hide them?
Yes. So I'll say my 5th.
Yeah.
I would like to see more of, Mando's bounty hunter friends, associates from the prisoner episode.
Absolutely.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's confirmed that Bill Burr is coming back.
Yeah, it was.
So we know that Bill Burr is going to be in season 2. So they're obviously going to be Mayfeld, I believe it was his name, is going to be in at least one of the episodes. So I think they'll play a little bit bigger part. Not just be a side quest, but actually help him.
And that group was like a formed group, so they weren't all lone stars from somewhere. Yeah. Correct? They were all like a group that works together, and then Mando left that group.
Yeah,
if I believe if I can remember. Yeah, so I'd love to see that group, and I mean, I would even love to see what they have to do if they get pinned against Mando.
Yeah, we did see him. Again. Mando. I mean, they did fight. They were kind of in a fight with him. Mando,
yeah, a little bit. Choppy.
Mando kind of tricked them and imprisoned all of them.
Yeah.
Didn't want to hurt them, obviously, because they have a history together.
Yeah. Yeah, you're totally right. And then again, talking about Moff Gideon, I mean, I feel like some of the best villains in Star Wars are villains that turn your goods to bad. You turn your light sides to a dark side, right? So I would love Moff Gideon. Instead of just Moff Gideon chasing Mando everywhere, what if he turns IG-11 against Mando? He goes and finds this group and hires them to take Mando out because they're probably angry at him. Yeah.
Kind of like Loki in the first Avengers.
Yeah, definitely. No, I totally agree.
Turning Hawkeye against them.
Yeah. All right. My number 5 is that I think a smaller arc in this season, and you touched on this a little bit. I think it starts out with, I think Tamora Morrison is playing Boba Fett. I think that he could play some other clones, but I don't think that's where they're going to go. I think that they want to tell those stories maybe in animation. I think that we're going to get him as Boba Fett returning alive, escape from Sarlacc pit style. I think that Boba Fett will this is where it's interesting because he would want to kill Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker would probably be the first people he had vengeance on. But I could see somehow Mando pisses him off in the past or something to where Boba Fett needs to hunt down Mando. Or maybe Boba is fighting looking for the Darksaber or something like that. However, I think a couple of episodes this season will be devoted to, not a couple of episodes, but a couple of smaller moments in the episodes will be devoted to Boba Fett tracking, following Mando. And then I think that ending shot that I told you about, where he's looking over and he's finding the Baby Yoda species, I think it would be cool if you see the Mando, he's finally found it, right? He's finally there. And then it pans back wide, and then you see Boba Fett there as well. Like, walking up, like, oh, crap. Boba Fett also knows about this. He sees the Mando has Darksaber at this point. I think that would be it would be a pretty cliffhanger ending, but I think that would be a great way to get people ready for, excited for Season 3.
Do you think they could possibly go to the Camino cloning facility? And maybe that's where they see one of the clones. Just another way,
Oh, I see what you're saying. So that Tamora Morrison doesn't really play anyone in specifically, just plays clone number CT45, whatever.
Yeah, so I don't know the state of that cloning facility.
Yeah, neither do I. There's probably some precedent in the comics. I can look that up. But I think that it would be... I think that it would be a letdown for the fans of Star Wars to announce that you're casting the Boba Fett actor, an actor that could play all of these clones, and then make him a nameless clone. So we just did a little bit of research, and we found out that Camino cloning facility still may remain operational in canon. In non-canon, it's been destroyed twice. But there's a small story with Boba Fett actually going back and stealing some samples of Jango Fett.
Yeah. All right, so I think we both got our predictions out there for Mandalorian Season 2, and I guess we can kind of touch back on this episode after we've seen the season.
Yeah, after Season 2, I think it would be...
talked about.
We should make a review episode and do a recap of our predictions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if we got any right, we'll audio cap that out and replay it, show everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to end every episode, as we have been doing, this is the second time now, with Star Wars Name or Blank. I believe you have some set.
Yes, I have 5. That's all right with you.
Yes.
And these are Star Wars characters' names or government officials?
Oh, Lord. Like real-life government officials?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Okay.
All right. First one.
Probably both corrupt. That's fine. Go ahead.
Zephyr Teachout. Is that a Star Wars character or government official?
Zephyr Teachout?
Zephyr Teachout.
That is a government official.
That is a government official.
Okay.
Got one.
Do you know where?
That one I do not.
Okay, that's fine.
The rest I do, sort of.
All right, that's fine. Okay, cool.
Is this a Star Wars character or government official?
Okay.
Figrin D'An.
Figrin D'An is a Star Wars character.
Yes. Oh. And do you know where the Star Wars character is?
I do not know where that is. No.
All right. He was the front man for the model notes.
Okay.
The Maz Eisley Cantina.
Oh, all right.
He was actually, fun fact, he was played by Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the which episode?
It said episode 2.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah. For some reason I was thinking 4, and I was like, Seth MacFarlane was not around then.
All right.
Number
3.
Cool.
Sister Boom Boom.
No way. Sister Boom Boom?
Sister Boom Boom.
That is absolutely a government official.
That is a government official. She was a nun who
ran
for government.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh,
Fourth
man.
one?
Okay, I want to say this. There should be a Star Wars character named Sister Boom Boom, and it should be the Night Sister's long-lost sister.
That would be good.
And she just works in explosive magic. Call her Sister Boom Boom.
Akbar Hashemi.
Oh, Lord. I think what you're trying to do is trick me, because I know I'm immediately going to put that to Admiral Akbar.
There is an Admiral Akbar, yeah.
Akbar Hashemi. That is not... Akbar is Akbar's last name, I believe. And it's like Rail or something. So it's not actually Akbar. I'm going to say government official.
That is a government official.
Man, am I...
Former president of Iran, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
Former. Okay.
Don't know what happened to him.
Don't know what happened to him. I hope he's all right. Okay.
All right.
I'm 4 for 4?
4 for 4.
This is to go undefeated.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Droopy McCool.
No way. Droopy McCool?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. It's probably a Gungan. I'm going to say Star Wars character.
That is a Star Wars character.
Yes! What? Do you know what it was?
He was in, I believe, episode 4 or 5. He was Jabba the Hutt's house band.
That is awesome. Is he in the Max Rebo band? He is in the Max Rebo band. Oh, awesome. Okay. Sweet. All right. Well, that was fun. I am undefeated. That is sweet.
Nice.
All right. Well, we will come back next week with another episode. Sorry this one was a little late, but we will be back. May the Force be with you.